So we're looking at factoring by using the AC method. This form of factoring is going to be useful when we have trinomials. So something like 3x squared minus 8x plus 4. So the AC in the AC method refers to taking, first of all, noticing this expression is in descending order. So I have x squared, x to the first, and then technically x to the 0 power. So it is in descending order. And A is talking about the leading term, and C is talking about the last term. So we're going to start off by multiplying these two terms together. So if I multiply 3x squared times 4, this gives me 12x squared. Now what am I supposed to do with that? My goal here is to be able to rewrite the negative 8x or the minus 8x so I can use grouping. So I want to get 4 terms. So I need to know what would I multiply together that gives me 12x squared, that when I add it together I get negative 8x, so that I can rewrite this negative 8x. So there's a lot of different options. I know 3 times 4 gets me 12, but if I add those together, that is definitely not negative 8. So we could run through all the factors of 12 and find out that if I add negative 2x and negative 6x together, that will definitely add up to negative 8x. And if I multiply these two together, negative and negative gives me a positive, 2 times 6 is 12, and x times x gives me x squared. So this fits the criteria. It multiplies together and gives me 12x squared, and it adds together to give me negative 8x, my middle term. So now I'm going to use this to rewrite the negative 8x. So now I have 3x squared minus 2x minus 6x plus 4. And now I have 4 terms, so I can factor by grouping. If you haven't watched that video yet, go back and look at factoring by grouping. So this will make a little bit more sense, but now I'm going to do just that. I'm going to factor by grouping. So I'm going to take the first 2 terms, what do they have in common? Just an x. Factor out the x, I'm left with 3x minus 2. And now what do I need to factor out of the second half to make it look like 3x minus 2? And the answer is negative 2. If I factor out negative 2, that leaves me with 3x minus 2. So I do have the same things here in the parentheses. So I've reduced the 4 terms down to 2 terms now. And the GCF of those 2 terms is 3x minus 2. So I'll go ahead and factor that out. And that leaves me with x minus 2. So our original trinomial, 3x squared minus 8x plus 4, factors into 3x minus 2 times x minus 2.